They want instant success, instant change, instant happiness. But life does not follow instant noodle logic. Life follows slow cooking. And that is where the magic of growing just 1% every day in 2026 comes in. You do not need to become a different woman. You do not need to copy anyone's lifestyle or routine or journey. You do not need to fix your whole life at once. You only need one simple promise today: I will be 1% better than yesterday. Not perfect, just better. That 1% may look tiny, almost unimportant, but over time it becomes unstoppable. There is a reason many spiritual teachers, athletes, successful women and men, leaders and wise people focus on daily discipline instead of daily motivation. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is practical. Motivation comes and goes like the weather. Discipline stays like the sun. When you grow 1% every day, you are not depending on your mood. You are depending on consistency. And consistency always beats intensity. Let me tell you a small story. There was a woman who wanted to climb a mountain. Every day she looked at the peak and felt overwhelmed. It looked impossible. Another woman did not keep staring at the peak. She only focused on taking one step at a time. Day by day, step by step, she reached the top. When people asked how she did it, she smiled and said, "I did not climb the mountain in one day. I just walked a little higher every day." That is the simple idea of 1% growth. In 2026, your biggest enemy is not failure. It is stagnation. It is repeating the same habits, the same excuses, the same routines, and expecting a different result. Growing 1% daily gently breaks that cycle without heavy pressure. You do not shock your system. You train it. You do not force change. You allow growth. 1% improvement can be waking up 10 minutes earlier. It can be drinking more water. It can be reading 2 pages of a good book. It can be choosing silence instead of reacting. It can be choosing movement instead of sitting in comfort. It can be choosing kindness instead of ego. These things do not look heroic, but they quietly change your life. There is a beautiful story of a sculptor carving a huge stone. Someone watching asked, "How do you know where to hit the stone?" The sculptor said, "I do not create the statue. I just remove what does not belong." Growing 1% every day is exactly that. You are not trying to become some new person. You are slowly removing what no longer serves you. Most people wait for January, for Monday, for the right time. But growth does not need a perfect date on a calendar. Growth needs commitment. 1% improvement today matters more than a perfect plan tomorrow. When you delay growth, life does not wait. It keeps moving. Either you rise with it or you feel pulled by it. In 2026, imagine the compound effect of 1% growth, 1% better thinking, 1% better health, 1% better communication, 1% better focus, 1% better emotional control. Over months, small progress creates big transformation. Just like money grows with compound interest, your habits grow with compound effort. There was once a teacher who gave 2 girls the same task: water a plant every day. One girl poured a lot of water once a week. The other gave a little water every day. After some time, the first plant dried up. The second plant flourished. Growth does not need overload. It needs steady care. Growing 1% every day also teaches patience. You stop rushing your life. You stop comparing your chapter 1 to another woman's chapter 20. You start seeing that real growth is quiet. Loud growth is often short-lived. Quiet growth lasts longer. You also learn self-respect through this process. Every day you keep one small promise to yourself. Your confidence grows. Confidence does not only come from big achievements. It comes from trust. Trust that you will do what you said you would do. Even when no one is watching, especially when no one is watching. In 2026, many people will speak about big goals. Very few will speak about small habits. Be among the few. Big goals excite the ego. Small habits shape your character. And character shapes your future. There is another story worth thinking about. A man once asked a monk, "How long will it take me to change my life?" The monk replied, "How long did it take you to create this life?" Change does not happen overnight, just like your current situation did not appear overnight. 1% daily is fair, realistic, and sustainable. Some days your 1% will feel light. Some days it will feel heavy. But remember, progress is not about always feeling good. It is about becoming better. Even on bad days, 1% counts. Especially on bad days, you do not need to do more, you need to do better. Better choices, better reactions, better use of time, better care of your mind and body. 1% improvement makes you more mindful. You stop living on autopilot. You start living with awareness. On this journey, forgive yourself often. Growth is not a straight line. There will be days you slip. That does not erase your progress. Do not let one bad day become a bad week. Reset. Restart. Continue. 1% tomorrow is still possible. As 2026 moves forward, you may not see big changes at once, but one day you will look back and notice you are no longer the woman you used to be. Your reactions will be calmer. Your habits will be stronger. Your confidence will be quieter. Your life will feel more aligned. People may ask what changed, and you may not have a dramatic answer. You may simply say, I started taking myself seriously. Growing 1% every day is a form of self-love. It says, I respect my future enough to act today. It says, I may not control everything, but I control my effort. It says, I choose progress over perfection. So in 2026, do not try to change your whole life in one moment. Choose to honor your life in small moments every day. Wake up a little better, think a little clearer, act a little wiser, rest a little deeper, love a little kinder. Because at the end of the year, it will not be the big resolutions that define you. It will be the small decisions you made again and again. And when you choose to grow 1% every day, you are not just changing your year. You are changing your direction. And direction, not speed, decides where you finally reach. As you keep walking on this path, something soft but powerful starts to happen inside you. You stop seeking praise from the outside world. Earlier, you needed appreciation to feel motivated. You needed applause to feel worthy. Now your growth itself becomes your reward. You start feeling proud not because other people notice you, but because you did not walk away from yourself. Growing 1% every day slowly shapes your identity. You no longer say, I want to be disciplined. You become a disciplined woman. You no longer say, I want to be calm. You become someone who responds, not reacts. Identity shift is the most powerful kind of transformation because habits tied to identity do not need pushing. They start to flow naturally. In 2026, distractions will be louder than ever. Social media will show you lives that look perfect. People will display success without showing struggle. If you are not careful, comparison will steal your peace. But when your focus is on being 1% better than yesterday, comparison loses its power. You are no longer running another woman's race. You are walking your own path at your own pace. There's a simple truth many ignore. Consistency is a form of intelligence. It means you understand that your energy is limited, but your direction is powerful. You do not burn out with extremes. You build up slowly. You do not drain yourself with all or nothing behavior. You strengthen yourself with balance. 1% improvement also teaches humility. You realize you are a work in progress. You stop pretending you have everything together. You stay curious. You stay open. You stay grounded. And this humility makes learning easier, relationships healthier, and growth deeper. Let me tell you about a woman who chose to change her life, not by doing everything at once, but by doing one small thing right every day. She did not throw away her whole routine. She simply decided to keep one promise to herself daily. Some days it was a walk. Some days it was a few minutes of silence. Some days it was saying no. Over time, her anxiety reduced. Her confidence grew. Her life felt lighter. When people asked what changed, she said, I stopped leaving myself behind. That is what 1% improvement really is. It is choosing yourself every single day, even when it is uncomfortable, even when it is boring, even when nobody claps. As you continue, you will notice your tolerance for negativity goes down. Things that once drained you will no longer attract you. You will protect your time more, your energy more, your peace more. Not because you became selfish, but because you became aware. In 2026, time will move fast. Months will pass quickly. If you do not grow on purpose, you will grow by accident. And accidental growth often leads to regret. But intentional 1% growth leads to fulfillment. You will not just reach goals. You will become the kind of woman who can handle success with grace. There is also a spiritual side to this journey. When you improve a little every day, you bring your effort and your faith together. You do your part sincerely and leave the rest to life, to God, to the universe, whatever you believe in. You stop forcing results. You focus on right actions. And life has a beautiful way of answering honest effort. Some days you will feel stuck. Some days you will feel slow. Remember, slow growth is still growth. A tree does not grow faster because you shout at it. It grows because you water it regularly. Be patient with yourself. You are not late. You are not behind. You are becoming. One day, without planning it, you will inspire other women. Not by preaching, not by showing off, but by example. People will feel your calm. They will notice your discipline. They will respect your boundaries. And they will wonder how you changed so much. You will smile because you know the truth. It was not one big decision. It was hundreds of small ones. So keep going. Even when progress feels invisible, even when results are slow, even when your motivation is low, keep showing up. 1% today, 1% tomorrow, 1% again. When you honor small improvements daily, life honors you with big transformations over time. And that is how 2026 becomes not just another year, but a turning point in your life. As this journey goes deeper, you begin to see something very freeing. Life is not asking you to be perfect. It is only asking you to be sincere. 1% improvement is sincerity in action. It is saying, I may not control everything, but I can control this one step today. Slowly, you stop fighting yourself. Earlier, you were harsh. You blamed yourself for not doing enough. You compared your chapter 2 with another woman's chapter 20. Now you become gentle yet firm. Gentle in understanding your limits, firm in honoring your commitments. This balance creates inner peace. You also realize that motivation is not reliable. Some days it shows up, some days it does not. But discipline, even in its smallest form, stays. 1% improvement does not depend on how you feel in the morning. It depends on your values. And values do not change every day. There is a simple story of a man who wanted to climb a mountain. Every day he looked at the peak and felt overwhelmed. One day an old monk told him, stop looking at the mountain. Look at your next step. The man followed this advice. Step by step, day by day, without obsession, without panic, he reached the top. Most people do not fail because the goal is big. They fail because they try to swallow the whole journey at once. In 2026, life will test your patience. Results may not come when you want them. But remember, growth happens quietly. Just as seeds grow underground before they break through the soil, your efforts are working even when you cannot see them. 1% improvement also changes how you handle failure. Failure no longer destroys you, it teaches you. You stop asking, why am I like this? And start asking, what can I adjust by 1%? This one question saves you from self-hate and keeps you moving. You will also notice your relationships improving. When you grow patiently, you stop demanding instant change from others. You listen more. You judge less. You understand better. Because when you are kind to your own growth, kindness flows out to others. There will be moments in 2026 when old habits try to come back. Do not panic. Falling back is part of going forward. Slipping does not erase growth, quitting does. Get up gently. Start again calmly. Continue faithfully. Another beautiful shift happens. Your confidence becomes quiet. You do not announce your plans. You do not explain your discipline. You let your consistency speak. And consistency speaks louder than any words. The 1% growth also teaches gratitude. You start valuing small wins, a focused hour, a calm answer, a healthy choice, a boundary you kept. Gratitude multiplies motivation, and motivation supports consistency. Then one day you will look back and see something almost magical. The woman you were waiting to become, you already are. Not perfect, but stronger, clearer, calmer, more aligned. This is the power of 1% every day. It does not change your life overnight. It changes your life for good. So, as 2026 unfolds, do not chase dramatic changes. Chase daily alignment. Do not aim to impress the world. Aim to improve your inner world. When you become better quietly, your life becomes better naturally. Keep going. Keep growing. 1 cent at a time. As you continue on this path, something very subtle yet powerful begins to happen inside you. You stop measuring your life only by outside applause. Earlier success meant being seen, being praised, being validated. Now success means sleeping in peace at night, knowing you live the day with intention. This inner shift is a real upgrade. You begin to see that time is not just passing. It is shaping you. Every habit you repeat is a vote for the woman you are becoming. 1% improvement is not about pressure. It is about responsibility. Responsibility for your thoughts, your words, your reactions, and your priorities. There is a simple story of a teacher who asked her students to sharpen their pencils every morning. Some students complained why every day. The teacher smiled and said, because every day you write your life story. A dull pencil can still write, but it will struggle. In the same way, daily improvement sharpens you. Life does not stop testing you, but you handle it better. In 2026, distractions will be everywhere. Noise will be loud. Opinions will be endless. Comparisons will be tempting. But when you commit to 1% growth, you learn the art of focus. You stop reacting to everything. You choose what deserves your energy. This one choice can save you years of emotional exhaustion. You also start respecting your own time. You stop over-explaining. You stop over-giving. You stop trying to fix everyone. Not because you become selfish, but because you become wise. You understand that pouring into yourself allows you to truly support others later. 1% improvement teaches you patience with destiny. You stop forcing timelines. You trust the process. You show up daily even when the outcome is not clear. This trust builds faith. Not blind faith, but faith supported by your effort. There will be days when improvement feels invisible. Days when you wonder if anything is changing. On those days, remember this: erosion shapes mountains, not earthquakes. Quiet consistency always outlasts sudden intensity. You also learn to forgive yourself faster. Earlier, one bad day could pull you into harsh self-talk. Now you pause, breathe, correct, and move on. Emotional maturity is not about never falling. It is about not staying down. As the months pass, you will see that your mindset becomes your greatest asset. Problems do not vanish, but your panic reduces. Challenges do not stop, but your resilience grows. This is the compound effect of 1% growth.